afternoon, good morning, and good evening. Welcome back. Today we are picking back up where we left off with our melee Warlock. Currently at level 25. We just hit the City of the Damned waypoint, and we're about to head into the River of Flame to complete the next quest, which is Mephisto's Soulstone Destruction. So let's just go ahead and jump into it. I want to try to grind out to level 30 before we head for Diablo himself. There are some skills I would like to have before we attack him. Mostly Bind Demon, so we can get a good Bound Demon for a meat shield. River of Flames map is always oriented the same direction, but the map is not always the same. You always want to head up and to the right to find everything you're looking for. The Hellforge that we're looking for will be from the direction we're facing, either off to the left or off to the right, and Diablo's Sanctum will be straight from if we're heading upper right. So we will head up right until we find some side paths to try and find the Hellforge. And then once we're done with the Hellforge, then we'll be going up right again. You might notice I'm playing with mouse and keyboard. I'm trying that out a bit more to see if it helps with the crashing problem. Still haven't figured that out despite my testing. So we'll see if this test enlightens us at all. You also might notice that I changed to the Tainted minion, for now at least. He has the resist fire aura on him, which also applies to me and my mercenary. As you can see, her fire resistance is maxed out, as is mine when he's nearby. I'm at 49 now, but when I get close to him, goes up to 75. So I decided to use him because there are a lot of fire damage dealing monsters in this act, not least of which is Diablo himself. So it's good to have that extra fire resistance, and the Goatman wasn't really providing much damage anyway, so use him until we get to level 30 and can use the Bind Demon skill. of these monsters are posing much of a threat, which is really good. We probably won't see much real danger until we start into Nightmare difficulty.
I can't carry anymore.
Alright, we'll head back to town. Check out our loot, sell off some stuff.
Stay a while and listen.
What do you need?
3 to max damage, 20 to attack rating, and some lightning damage. That's actually pretty strong. I think I'll definitely hang on to that. Let's see. Probably this 1 to 5 lightning damage large charm can be swapped out. Or maybe this 1 to 2 fire damage and 1 to 3 lightning damage. Give us some room to equip that charm. There we go. Alright, what else do we have? And the Psychic Ward sells for 20,000. We'll hang on to it for gold. Same with this. And this. And we don't need that. We're using our set belt, and this one's not very good anyway. It's okay, but numbers aren't high enough. Okay, repair your gear every time you come back to town if you're a melee character. Not the end of the world if you forget, but definitely something you want to try to keep track of. You will run down the durability of your melee weapons pretty quickly. Alright, so this is my stash tab for loots that I want to sell. Alright, back to it. Over this way could be where the Hellforge is. Hard to say. We'll know once we start seeing some pillars. Bone Wand set. I believe that's the Sander weapon. It's either Sanders or Infernal. Either way, both are mostly Necromancer themed. Wands in general are. Okay, looks like this just wraps around. Okay, let's just head back the way we came then. Just want to check. You can use the arrow keys to move your map around, just so you know. And then by default, if you press the tab button twice, it closes and opens the map and also resets it to center. But that's good if you want to check to see if maybe you missed a spot or missed the area you're looking for. Notably, can only be done on keyboard and mouse. All right. like there's an offshoot over here. Before I head out that way, though, I'm going to see if the waypoint for River of Flame is over here. Might be. And it is. Okay, cool. So we found the River of Flame waypoint. And based on how much of the map we've uncovered, I'm pretty sure this little offshoot here is going to be where the Hellforge is. And quest log updated, which means we are close to a quest marker. And you can see these little torches. That's a giveaway for sconces, I guess. Braziers, whatever you want to call them. They're an indication, or they're part of the Hellforge features. This guy, Hephaesto, is always here. He is also always Spectral Hit and Aura Enchanted. He's trying to kill my mercenary. He will drop the Hellforge Hammer, which is the weapon used to destroy the Soul Stone. Filled up already on stuff, so we'll unload and come back and complete the quest. Resummon our demon.
Good day.
Alright, let's see what we got.
Greetings.
Sanders Superstition, Bone Wand. Four strength, 12 mana. Not awful, but not amazing either. One of max damage, that's definitely not worth keeping. Not for a large charm at this point in the game. That can be sold. Sold. This dagger can be hung on to for gold. Both these can be sold. Let's see. 15 damage, lightning damage. I guess it's better than lightning damage. Gives that a little extra mana. Is nice too. So we'll go ahead and use this for now. Prepare. And put our stuff away. So that's 2 pieces of Sanders, actually. Interesting. We have 3 out of the 4 Arctic pieces. The bow, the gloves, and the armor. But alright. And that's the inventory cleared. Grab the hammer. Alright, so I like to go around, clear the area before I do the forge. It's there in the center. You can see these statues, which are actually reference to Diablo 1. These are the Doom Knights that you face when you're getting close to Diablo himself. One of the cooler enemies, giant armored knights that go up in flames when they die and spiral to death. It's pretty cool. And these statues are representative of them. That's not the only place they are either. They are also on the path to Diablo's Sanctum. Okay. So, with the Soulstone in your inventory, you just click on the altar and the Soulstone will appear. And to be able to interact and destroy it, you have to equip the hammer. And as you can see, our character hovers the hammer, which is pretty cool, in my opinion. And then you interact. A little bit glitchy. you always get a perfect gem, a rune, and some other gems. Each difficulty has a different cap on what the rune can be. And in Hell difficulty, you can actually get some pretty high runes. So that's that quest completed. Pick up our loot. Okay. Turn our map back on. Put our weapon back on. Quite a few gems. Always good to have. Useful in all kinds of situations. Alright. Well, we're just around the corner, so we'll head back to where the waypoint is and continue on. Actually, why don't we drop off our gems and runes while we are near the waypoint. Okay. Put our goal away. Alright, back to it. So the River of Flame. So you can see the statues here, the same as at the Hellforge, and you can look at, if you look at them while you're walking past, they actually turn to look at you, which is pretty cool. And here we have Hadriel, who has something to say about the path beyond him. Let's hear what he has to say.
Proceed, hero, into Terror's lair. Know that Diablo's innermost sanctum is hidden by 5 seals. Only by opening each of these seals can you clear your way to the final battle.
Right. Pretty cool. His voice is very magical. So this is the pathway leading to Diablo's sanctum. All kinds of gems dropping. So this area is a little bit of a maze, but as with many areas in the game, having a teleporting skill means you can bypass a lot of the dead ends. Rune. We'll just teleport over here. Okay, so we're level 25. We would like to grind up to level 30 if we can. Trying to think of where is a good place to grind experience. Well, first things first. Let's go ahead and use the player's number modification to go to players 8. And we will hold off on going into Diablo's Lair for now while we go and grind some experience. I'm going to try the Act 3 temples to see if they give decent experience at players 8 and if we can clear them easily. look like we're having much trouble with players 8 monsters, so that's good. Okay, we'll head into this temple. These temples can be good for experience, as I stated when we first came to them. And you can clear them, save and exit, clear them again. There's a total of 6. Hey, look at that, even an experience shrine. Perfect. And almost always, there will be some sort of boss pack monsters. Looks like this is pretty good experience, so we'll go ahead and grind for a bit, see what there is to find, and grab up, soak up that experience. We're going to be level 26 before we know it. Just need to grind 5 levels to get to our level 30 skills. Looks like there's one more room to clear in here. Okay, there we go. Nothing in here, alright. Head back to the exit. Kind of a confusing little map. Alright. You know what? I'm going to grab this other experience shrine because might as well. Just to refresh it. And then this other temple down here. Which is the temple for the quest, so we know at least Serena Battlemaid, or Battlemaid Serena, and her monster pack will be here, so very minimum we will get that boss pack here. Okay. And there's Serena's boss pack. This will give us our level up. Very good experience. Eisenhart's case, that is what that is.
I am overburdened.
Okay. Grab this ring, head back to town. And we're building toward Bind Demon, so we can put a point into Defiler, which we actually might use. It bounds monster souls together so that they take shared damage, which can help with our ability to kind of spread out our damage, which is nice.
Greetings. Good to see you again.
Alright, sold. Grim Ward is a weird skill that's probably not going to be useful, but we can save that to sell later. Eisenhart's case. Eisenhart's set's not particularly great, but it is what it is. Right. Gives us 3 parts to it. The armor, the weapon and the case, parry. Oh, and the helmet, that's right. We can only use the weapon, or actually we can't even use the weapon. We can only use the helmet, that's what it is. We could give it to our mercenary to see if it's any good. The armor and the helmet, that is.
I'll put that to good use.
Gives her extra defense, some strength and some resistances.
I'll put that to good use.
But I think her uniques are better. Okay. Three to lightning with 3 sockets. Pretty cool staff. Sells for a lot at the very least. Pretty good experience. Already got 2 bars, 20% of the way to the next level. These guys are super tanky. Got him. Okay. And dead. Alright. Last one. Alright. Then we will head to the next area. Upper Kuras, there's 2 temples here. There's a few different spots they can be in on this map. I think this is one of them. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe not. It is not. This is just a loot area. Not that I'm complaining about that. There's also, looks like a champion pack over there, so that should be good experience. Antlers. Diamond. This armor stand, wolf head, okay. Alright, so we'll head around and kill that champion pack. Decent XP. We're at about 32% to level 27. Let's try out that Defiler monster. So he attaches monsters to each other so that they take shared damage. Interesting effect. Once we find the temples, we can farm them pretty easily because then they'll stay where they are. We'll know where they are for getting back to them in future runs.
I am overburdened.
Alright, let's see what we got. Okay. No, not any good. Probably sell that. Okay. And this might be a temple. Okay, it is. Let's head on in. Looks like our mercenary got murked. Our merc got murked. There's a boss pack. Wow, that was a lot of experience right there.
I can't carry anymore.
Alright, let's check out these daggers. Can sell that. +3 to Hex Bane, can sell that as well. Let's see what this is. 20 to life. At the very least is better than this. Let's see what else we've got. Yeah, we'll go ahead and replace that with this. A little extra life. Why is our... life orb not showing? It's text. There we go. Alright. Pick this up. Okay. That is that map cleared. One more in this area, and then there'll be 2 in the Kuros Causeway right after this area. There's the second temple in this area. Alright, heading back to town. Seems in order. We're pretty full up on loot. We're almost level 27. Shouldn't take very many runs to grind up now that we know where the map, where the temples are. Okay, sell. Sell, sell, save from later, save for later, save for later, sell. Lots of stuff to sell for save for later. We'll sell it all off in Act 5 at the very latest, or maybe wait till Act 1 Nightmare, where it'll sell for 30 grand each at max. Okay. Back in. All right, so go through here. Lots of nasty spiders. Alright, here's a champion pack. Oop, there's another spider. Die, you. Okay. Wailing beasts. Alright, and for ease of use, we'll just head back and use the waypoint.
Yes.
Heal up.
Yes.
Save that for later. Plus 2 battle orders is not terrible for an early on. Barbarian. But we have better options. Okay, we're actually going to start using our sigil to clear faster. Alright, so back into Kurast, or Upper Kurast. And we go up to the causeway to find the last 2 temples. We really only need the sigil for large packs. And here's a boss monster. And another one. There usually is a boss or 2 in this causeway area. Not always, sometimes, but usually. These zealots, the Zacharoon warrior guys. I'm not sure exactly what the trigger is, but why does that keep happening? Why does my orb keep not showing the life total over it? It's like it keeps disabling itself. Weird. Okay. Alright. Into the disused reliquary. That boss pack of archers, always be careful around boss packs of archers. Alright, that's level 27. Put a point in Blood Boil as a prerequisite. Not going to use it, but need it to get to the skills we're looking to get to. Grab the runes and the gems and Chris the dagger. Alright. I hear Snaky. Where is the snake? I heard it. Where is it? It must be on the other side of the wall. Yep, there it is.
Can't carry anymore.
Set amulet. All kinds of little lootables. Alright. And one more temple to go. Probably should go unload our loot and repair. I'm gonna go ahead and head to Act 4 because running around all the way to Hrotley is a pain in the butt.
Congratulations, hero. Surely even Diablo himself sensed the fury unleashed when you smashed his brother's soul stone.
Cool. Talk to Tyrael here in a minute. Forgot that I had completed a quest so they can have some dialogue. Okay. Save that for later. Plus 3 Fire Claw is pretty cool, and Rabies. 10 mana poison damage. Six poison damage. I don't think I want it because I do want to hang on to this cold damage. Having a little cold damage slows down the enemies, makes it easier to control crowds. One strength, 6 poison res. That's probably worth more to have better to have than this poison damage one. Yeah. Angelic Halo. I forget, did we get an angelic ring or an amulet before? if we got the ring, this could be very, very useful for it. The ring and amulet combination in Angelic set is really good for... Ah, we did get the ring. Excellent. Really good for attack rating. You'll see what I mean here in a minute. We're going to lose the bonuses from the Chthon combo, but that's okay. We can still keep the Chthon ring for the life leech and the damage reduction. But if we put on the amulet... So the ring gives 20 life and replenish life 6. Nothing wrong with that. 20% taking damage taken goes to mana, which means that if we take damage, 20% of that damage replenishes our mana pool. We do not take less damage. We just get some mana for free. And then put the ring on. We're going to have to put some stats in to keep using these. That's okay. So 75 to life and 10 dex, but most importantly on the ring, plus 324 to attack rating based on character level. So every level we go up, this goes up. One of the best combinations in the game, and can last even to the end of the game to increase your attack rating, so your chance to hit is higher. So we'll put away Chthons. We'll hang on to that for now, but probably don't need it. I liked the life leech on this for now. And this doesn't have life leech, although the fire resist could be helpful. So we'll hang on to that ring for now. Put these in the junk. 100 to attack rating is actually also not bad. But the life leech is keeping me nice and topped up in life, so we'll do that for now. I think our chance to hit's also pretty good, so yeah, 95% chance, which is the max. So we don't need more attack rating right now, but we will hang on to this in case we need it for a better chance to hit. I know 100 doesn't seem like a lot in comparison, but later on you'll get gear that will give you percentages. A percentage increase to your total attack rating, and so having amounts like this being percentage increased can actually be pretty good. Okay. And yeah, we need some stat points.